Hello there, internet individuals, and no, I didn't accidentally hit start streaming too early and caused it to fall back on a auto-generated stream. I didn't do that. It doesn't exist. You don't have proof. No one took a screenshot of it or anything. And welcome to episode 142 of Minecraft The Broken Journey. Yes. I haven't set the tab. Oops. Last time, we made it to the glorious number of 3 million blocks, as this giant sign clearly indicates. And this smaller sign also indicates. For now, it's time to continue on with our journey. We will be saying goodbye to this sign and quite literally never coming across it ever again. You found a massive ant colony outside your house. Do I have any ways to get rid of them? I've never dealt with ants, so I've never seen ants before, so I do not know how to deal with them. That's probably an exercise for Google. Okay, maybe saying I've never seen ants is probably an exaggeration, but I don't remember the last time I've seen an ant, is what I really mean. Oh hey, I'm out of wood. I mean boats, not wood. I guess I should have crafted before the start of before the end of the last episode, but alright, on to better frontiers. Where do I live? Space? If you want to be technical, we all live in space. Because the Earth is in space. And we all live in Earth. Checkmate. You're drinking tea right now. Fair enough. When was the last time I had tea? It's been a while since I had tea. It's getting warmer, so I've not really had a need for cold drink. And even then, flavored water, good. Flavored water, sparkling flavored water, still good. So I mean, I prefer to have that over quite literally any drink I can make at home. Specifically drinks I can make at home, because Because if I could make it, I'd probably have a lot more milkshakes, but unfortunately, ice cream is expensive. Using the blender is difficult, and buying milkshakes from restaurants is also expensive. How is this still playable? You get... I mean, I understand if it doesn't look playable to you, but you sort of get used to it after doing this for nearly 300 hours now. Well, 250 hours. Nearly 250 hours. Do I know about the fast food chain Max? I do, but that's only because of a Swedish friend that told me about it. There's not a Max restaurant in my country. Well, I googled it. I don't think they're exclusive to Sweden. They're in like a couple other European countries, just not England. I think it was mostly the Nordic countries and what was the other one? Part of me wants to say it was Germany. Another part of me wants to say it was Iceland for some reason. Sweet or unsweetened tea? Definitely sweetened. Do you know how much sugar I put in my gosh darn tea? Tablespoon? Try 2 tablespoons. Well, okay, I usually put in 3 teaspoons, so that's like a tablespoon and a half, really, but if I could get away with it, I would put in as much sugar as can dissolve in the cup. Then do that. I said if I could get away with it. I'm not able to get away with it. My mother would put a stop to it in an instant. Not because it's unhealthy, but because it's expensive. We can't afford me putting 10 tons of sugar in my tea. Even if I only have tea once in a blue moon. do it under the stairs. I don't have access to under the stairs, unfortunately. It's blocked off by the fridge. And even then, it wouldn't really be that hidden either. Plus, it's probably full of cobwebs. Do it in the fridge? Blah. My tea will go cold. The milk will curdle. Let me sleep. You can only sleep at night. You can... Alright, back to those 7 seas. Boating adventure, infinite ocean, my beloved. Or I could just buy my own sugar if I had the money for it. I mean... I could, but I do not go outside enough. Trust me, I've only gone to buy food myself a single digit number of times, and it was, I'm pretty sure both times it was just a single pack of sweets at the corner shop. What is my favorite fast food? Chicken nuggets. Even though we also have homemade chicken nuggets sometimes. But I also usually have it with barbecue sauce. When I get fast food. You have no idea if I'm 16, 17, 18, or 26. None of those are correct. More or less. Remember, folks, be safe on the internet and don't give away your personal information to strangers. This has been Internet Safety Tip with LDS. Anyway, I see willing participants in donation to the Give Me Floof movement. Another one. Yeah, 62 is the worst number. There. I'm legally required to violence ship. I don't know anyone named Patricia. I've had a lot of Super Monkey Ball music stuck in my head because I've been playing it a lot lately. Thanks for the subscribe. If you unsubscribe, will you see that? I'll see the number go down. But I won't actually know it's you that did that, unless you, like, say it was you. Can you try? I mean, you're gonna be waiting a good couple minutes for it to update, but if you really want to see the thanks for the unsubscribe, if you really want to see the number change, then that's your form of entertainment. Thanks for the subscribe again. Even though I'm sure it was you resubscribing after unsubscribing. What do I know about Sweden? It's where Vinesauce Joel was born. It has a town that's famous for building a goat out of straw every year that gets burned down most of the time. Something about Swedish fish. And that's about it. I only got a grade 5 in geography. I'm not even gonna try pronouncing it because sometimes sometimes foreign pronunciations is wildly different from English. Like, to me, it looks like it's pronounced gavel, which I'm pretty sure is the name of the hammer that court judges uses. Too many trees, I don't like that. But I'll sleep here anyway. If there's any clowns, I will be throwing hands. That to me still looks like it would be pronounced javel. Javelin. Trust me, trying to get me to correctly pronounce it is gonna take ages. This is why learning another language is awful. And it's why I'm monolingual. Random people on YouTube in 2020 trying to make fake anti-piracy screens scary be like, you do know I made an anti-piracy video once, right? In fact, twice actually, right? Part of me kind of wants to remake it solely just to correct the spelling errors. You once commented on my HDF season 1 reanimated video if I could make a fan episode. I actually somewhere have like a barely completed fan animated episode somewhere. Though it is more trying to look like the original, with it being in 12 FPS rather than 24. So maybe it's not exactly what you're looking for, but to be honest, I'm not really that interested in learning about other countries, to be honest. I mean, I haven't gone to a trip on I haven't gone on a trip to another country in like nearly half a decade now. So am I going to continue the HDF Destroyed series? Slowly but surely. I just like make one of them every like couple months. I wanna space them out just a fair bit so that it doesn't come off as like annoying content farm, but you know my age, it's between 1 and 99. Yes, I am legally allowed to play with Legos. I wonder if anyone has ever made the gag. I wonder if anyone's ever made a gag of just someone getting arrested for playing with Legos above the age of 99. You know, why did they decide to label it so that it's between ages 1 and 99 and not just for everyone ages 1 and above? Even back when Lego was first created, I can't imagine that the oldest person was younger than 99. If not alive at the time, at least in recorded history. Also, I need more flute. Give me it. That is not enough. Give me more. In the water you waiting for destroyed vid, the Third Strike DVD part got you. Yeah, that just happened to be inside the the Swift file that I downloaded from Internet Archive, so like I'm not gonna bother deleting that part for the sake of in fact I'm pretty sure I went into the extra effort of actually like editing it further down, so what is that emoji? I think that's the woman standing emoji. No, it's pretty small in YouTube chat, so I can't really read it that well. If I ever get a camera for making a more complex model for my avatar, would you rather I did a live 2D model or an actual 3D model? Because I do at some point want to upgrade from just a PNG tuber mod avatar to a like properly animated one. What gender is in that emoji? I wouldn't be sure, and for all I know, it's not actually a symbol of gender at all. I have absolutely no idea. DVDs are split up by region, and so if you play a DVD in a car, it can give you a regional error screen based on which region the car is from. Yeah, that's like a pretty well-known thing from pretty much anyone that uses something with a DVD player in it. It's the reason why a lot of people like hack their game consoles in order to region unlock them. Just so you don't have to like deal with the hassle of you know, getting a game from a different region loaded. And that's sort of part of the reason why streaming services kind of took over, because you could watch them no matter the region you're in. Of course, that's becoming more and more of a moot point lately, as you know, streaming platforms just get rid of random things that should have been not removed. But by the way, thanks for the subscribe. You're an SMG4 fan, am I one also? I don't really watch SMG4 that much anymore, but I did used to a lot, so. Don't tell Nintendo what I'm about to tell you. If you don't want Nintendo knowing about it, you probably shouldn't say it in a public YouTube live chat. Emulation, okay. You know what? That is very understandable. Remember, folks, emulation isn't piracy, as much as Nintendo would like you to believe otherwise. Blaming emulation for piracy is like blaming knives for murders. You play GameCube games and DS games on Dolphin Emulator and Desume. That's quite literally the same two emulators I also use for those two systems. I actually have a lot more, emulators than that, but you're emulating Tom and Jerry Tales for DS. I have that game too, funny enough. I actually have a physical copy of it. Actually, did I have a physical copy of that? Or was that one of the games I had on my R4 card? Which also, yes, I had an R4 card. You also emulate the first Xbox and Dreamcast. Okay, those two I don't have. There's not really been any Xbox games that have interested me other than maybe Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. The PS2 version doesn't count. The PS2 version sucks. But
Ooh.
And the Dreamcast, well, that one I have even less of a reason, because the only games that I'd want for that one are on a console that does actually work functionally. That has now made me wonder, what would Sonic Heroes look like if it had come out on the Dreamcast? Spy vs. Spy on Xbox was peak to you? I've never played it or watched it, so I can't comment. I've literally not owned any of the Xbox consoles. The entire list of consoles that I've ever had is GameCube, Wii U, Switch, DS, 3DS, GBA SP. I think I had an original model GBA at some point. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 2 Slim, PS3, PS3 Slim, PSP, PS Vita, and SNES Mini, a at-game Sega Genesis, and I believe that's all of them. You missed part 141 and you were wondering if part 143 and 144 came out. Well, first of all, the VOD's still up for part 141, so like, you can watch it at your own pace. But second of all, yes, this is more or less a weekly series, so like, yes, there will be a part 143 and 144. There is quite literally only two things that will stop the series, and that is making it to the Farlands and death. You have 464 subscribers. Good job. You have 0 subscribers. To be fair, it's kind of impressive on itself to someone who has quite literally 0 subscribers. Like, There is always just one person that will always subscribe to any channel no matter what. Even if that channel has quite literally zero videos on it. That is too much wool, I think. Was it too much wool? I guess apparently it wasn't. It looked like you dropped 4, but apparently you only dropped 3, which, well, works for me. Epilepsy warning needed, it's in the description. There's literally no other useful place I could put it. Everywhere else is either too intrusive or too skippable. Do you ever sometimes think about just random Flash games you used to play sometime? Because the game Cover Orange just suddenly appeared in my head. That single thought is gonna send me down a rabbit hole of thinking of all of the Flash games I used to play. Let's see, there was Spike Cannon 1 and 2, there was Toss the Turtle, there was okay, I don't remember if this one was a Flash game, but there was this one called Tiny Tanks, which, like, okay, there's a lot of games called Tiny Tanks, but there was Coin Block Hero, I think it was called. That is too much trees in the way. Time to dig underground. I need safety from the grueling monsters. Bed, water. Alright, gaming time. Right, I'm here. It's combo time. Oh yeah, that's more Flash games. The original Henry Stickmin games. There's also, of course, the original Bloons TD games, which, okay, I never played them, but, like, they're still notable. Oh yeah, and while we're on the subject of HDF, there was also a lot of HDF Flash games. Not Fang games, Flash games. Oh, there was also the Duck Life games. I'm pretty sure those were Flash games as well. Did you know there's like 9 Duck Life games? There's actually 9 of them. I'm pretty sure there's as many Duck Life games as there are Cooking Mama games. Oh, there was also, okay, I never played this one either, but this is another, pretty popular Flash game. I think it was called Fancy Pants? Or was that the name of the character? I do not know, I never played it, but... You guys know what you guys know which game I'm talking about, right? The one with the stick figure with the orange trousers and the cool hair. Was Super Meat Boy a Flash game? I don't know. I never played that one either. Oh, there's also Happy Wheels. That used to be a Flash game before it was ported over to HTML5. I remember I used to play Happy Wheels at school all the time. Because I just happened to have, like, a flash drive of just Happy Wheels on it. Like, okay, it was the demo version, so, like, there's not really much to do in it, but... What am I doing not taking a boat? This is a boating adventure material right here. Boating adventure, all aboard the Boating Express. Thanks for the subscribe. Thanks for the unsubscribe. You know what? It's nighttime already. I just got in a boat. But I really want to boat. Duh. 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 Get me to the land. Duh. The sheep will protect me, I'm sure of it. See, they protected me. It means I'm on their side. They would never betray me. Oh yeah, I just remembered more Flash games. Super Smash Flash 1 and 2. The first one is something. Thanks for the subscribe. What if I just spend some time actually looking straight forward for once? I'm bashing my head into a tree. When you stare at the madness for long enough, you start to make sense of it. I need more resources. I just dropped them all. Give me it back. I need it back. Blah. What if I did a stream of playing Rhythm Heaven, but I can't actually see the screen. I'm playing blindfolded. Like, the difficult part of it would be actually making sure I can't see the game. Because, like, I can turn off the main screen, but I'd also have to cover my OBS, which means I can't check if anything goes wrong in the stream. And, I also can't, what is it? I can't check the playback of the stream as well, since they both be showing what I'm doing. Was there a sapling there? How'd you get that? Is it gonna be night any minute? No, it isn't. Not quite yet. Oh my god, is that a singular floating block? Yes, singular floating block. His presence is true again. My brain is formulating the most random string of words all of a sudden. If anyone ever asked me what my pronouns were, I'd probably say something ridiculous like, I do not care at all. You can call me a girl, you can call me a cat, you can call me the International Space Station. That is what was just in my brain for literally no reason. Shout out to Pride Month. That is a lot of unloaded chunks, good lord. Good lord, what is happening in there? Oh my god, another singular floating block. Today is a good day. Oh yeah, I missed 10,000 blocks remaining again. Blah, 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 blah. Angry noises. The announcer voice is just a myth. It never existed. I've been gaslighting you for years. It's always full damage, isn't it? Stupid idiot takes full damage again. Not even trying. He's bad at video games. Like, comment, and subscribe if you've never taken full damage. Having never played Minecraft doesn't count. What game What game console is the best? None of them. That is completely subjective, and also PC is better than all of them. I love how I just went it depends on your views, and then I just blatantly say this is the best. It's your choice, but also this is my choice. I say that that is a contradiction. That's not really a contradiction. If I had to pick one, I'd probably just say the Switch, because it's the one with the most exclusive games, so you sort of have to get it in order to, like, play most games. And you can't really emulate it either, because Nintendo copyright wrath. But at that point, it becomes less of me answering what is my favorite and just what do I play the most. Or rather, which is the most worth buying. Like on paper, they sound like the same question, but it could always be different. That is one too much wool. I don't like it. It's a waste of resource. Speaking of resource, it's not going to be long before I have to craft again. I've never actually had any craft food product. Can't speak. This is epic gameplay. It's good to know that I am entertaining. At least someone. This is about the journey more than the gameplay. Because the gameplay isn't much. Also, it is basically nighttime. I should probably get out the boat. Out the boat! Be gone. I shall sleep here, right in the, this kind of looks like a Pokeball for some reason. Let's make it look exactly like a Pokeball. There we go. I'm sleeping on my Pokeball island. Remember Pixelmon? There are very few mods that I've actually played, mostly because I only really played modding Minecraft like a couple times, like nearly a decade ago, but Pixelmon was one of the very few mods I tried. It has also suffered Nintendo copyright wrath, so don't think you can get any more. Alright, prepare the beds and the crafting table because I know for a fact that that was the last spot. Did I see Mr. Beast overtake T-Series? Yup. YouTube is finally YouTube and not company tube. Because Mr. Beast isn't really a corporation as much as he sells food products. The important part is that he wasn't a company to begin with at the very least. This is making me pick up so much junk. Get out. Oh yeah, crafting. Yep, he got most of his fame from YouTube, yeah. Yahoo! Oh my god. I could get so much wool from you. Give me it. Give me it. 63. Legally required violence. I'm obligated to do this. I'm sorry, but I'm obligated to defeat you. Yahoo! I actually have a another video that I'm like working on. It'll, assuming I don't end up going on a massive procrastination spree, will be out, if not this Wednesday, definitely next Wednesday. Uh-oh, Raid Shadow Legends mentioned, and now I gotta do a joke sponsor bit. I missed 5,000 blocks remaining too, right after I do this all the time. I see that I'm like 500 blocks away from like the next announcer bit segment. I say to myself, pay attention and don't forget about it. I forget about it, and then I complain to myself like 300 blocks after the fact. This happens every time. Yeah, forest. Seriously? Alright, let me throw away a bunch of cobblestone as well before I start digging down. Alright, sleeping. Waking up. Don't worry, I use the power of abusing water to prevent mobs from spawning. It's revolutionary tech. Revolutionary tech. We're talking about a game that came out more than a decade ago. Talking about a 13-year-old version of Minecraft. By the way, there's those mobs you were talking about. Don't worry, they're on fire as they should be now. El Bozo or something. Wee. Don't worry, I don't need any more wool yet. You are safe for now. Wee. It feels like I'm on a boat. You know, sometimes I want to make just really nonsense videos. Like, one such stupid video I had in mind was just a compilation of every instance of the entrance of the Gladiator's motif. You know, the You love that? All the messages in chat are just you and no one else. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Usually by the latter half of the stream, there's not really many people watching. Most people only really only really stick around for like the first half an hour to an hour, roughly. Maybe sometimes 3/4. Something's get out. Don't you know how much I am disingenuous about trees? Oh my god, this looks like a boat. I saw a lot of people talking about how a bunch of like official Angry Birds comics just mostly use redrawn stock renders. But then I saw a quote retweet of that brings up a good point of like, that's a sort of common thing. Just using stock renders happens a lot more than you think. Anyway, hoist up the crafting tables. We have more boating to do. What would I do if the moon was 10% closer to the Earth? Probably wouldn't even notice, honestly. I wouldn't even notice until someone on some website informed me of it. Maybe I'm just inobservant, I don't know. I don't think the moon being 10% closer would do anything much. Maybe it'd cause a couple more tsunamis per year, but that's about it. Try pronouncing your name real quick. I don't normally give in to people's demands, but like, I usually call out people's names anyway, so. Ellie Delgado. Yes, you're finally not lonely anymore. If I had a penny for every time I saw a rainbow fursuit, I'd have 2 pennies, which isn't a lot, but I find it funny that there happens to be 2 people that hyperfixated on rainbow so much they decided to get a fursuit of it. Is it a reference to something? The gag about 2 pennies isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice thing is a Phineas and Ferb movie reference, but I also mentioned Rainbow technically, but that's about it. Unless that was one of the 2, I don't know what else I was referencing. Directly, anyway. Like, I know one of the 2 people that got a rainbow fursuit was Ivy Comb, but that's about it. I don't remember the name of the other person. I should honestly just do some more animating sometime, because I haven't like used my animation program since I finished Fortress Calamity. Actually, no, that's a lie. I think the last time I used it was the last episode of HTF Destroyed, but... Which actually, yeah, if I'm gonna be doing another episode of that soon, then I'm gonna be using that to make it, but... I mean for the purpose of actually animating, not corrupting a Swift file. Which honestly, that makes me curious. How effective would it be to just actually corrupt a Swift file by just messing around with it in a hex editor or something? I have a feeling the Swift file would just break and no longer open up, but... That might be an experiment to try during at least one episode of HTF Destroyed. But also at the same time, because of the likely prospect of me gaining nothing from it, and just wasting all my time and having to do it the normal way anyway, like, it does sort of bring up the question of, should I even bother trying? What's a Swift file? A SWF file. SWF. Those are the file type that Flash files output to. Even when you export it as a video, it first has to turn it into a Swift file and then convert it to MP4 or whatever video format you're using. Which fun fact about the HTF Destroyed series. I don't know if it's the Swifts themselves or the software I use to decompile them, but the only sounds that actually are transported out of the Swift file is the Mondo Media splash screen, the title screen music, and the credits music, which is just the same as the title screen music. And nothing else. No sounds from the actual episode. Not even voice acting. So, whenever I export a video, I have to then also put it in my video editing timeline and put the original audio over it. Stay hydrated. Fun fact about the HTF Destroyed series. It's not actually an original idea I came up with. I once saw a video of someone doing essentially the same thing to specifically the episode Ice Cold Lemonade. And I thought, what if I did that to every episode in the series? Or at least every episode that has Swift files anyway. Like, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to find Swift files for the TV series, and I only think there's Swift files of the season 3 episodes that predate it going into HD. I don't think there's any Swift files of the HD episodes. Which, by the way, I don't know if, I again don't know if it's like that just to begin with, and they really just animated it frame by frame, but, or if it's, again, the software I use to decompile it, but there's no, what is it, there's no tweening either. So whenever I do like individual edits that is outside of just changing the what's it called, the assets, I'm having to do that frame by frame. Like, sure, there's like, okay, it's not always frame by frame. There's anything that's like completely still, like mostly the backgrounds, they'll usually be like, they'll not be frame by frame, obviously, but pretty much anything that moves frame by frame and not with a tween. And whenever you do see a tween, it's because I've cleared a bunch of frames and... Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold up. I've just completely blown past the end of the episode. When did that happen? I'm going loopy. I expected... Blah? What happened? My brain power is decreased. This... I've been rambling on for so long that I've not paid attention to where I am. Well, unexpected end to the episode jump scare. I'm not prepared. We gotta leave. Abort mission. Abort the mission. Destroy the files. Delete the partitions. End.